And so what we found is we also just decided, let's give ourselves an ongoing report card. As we put content up to this website, let's find out if it's useful to people. The more useful it is to people, the more they're going to come back, the more they're going to amplify it. And so the piece that I circled here is that more than 2/3 of the traffic to American Express's small business blog right now is actually coming from referral, not paid media, but from free media, from successful PR. Engage people, they'll tell their friends about it, blog about it, that ultimately drives free traffic back. My last case study before I wrap up is in the consumer space. Facebook, everyone's using Facebook, right? We're all going to be friends after this, I assume. January of this year, Dell Computer was trying to rebrand itself around, Michael Dell planted a flag in the ground and said, we're going to be the greenest computer company. And they're very committed to doing that, but they're also very late to the game of attaching themselves to the green bandwagon. And so they decided they kind of needed to engage their customers to help them shape that brand, and particularly young customers for this, where they thought this message would resonate more. Facebook was the platform to do that, but not advertising within Facebook, but saying, where are there engaged communities, pockets of people within Facebook that are in conversation, not I get to the front page and I go looking for my friends in Facebook. So Dell teamed up with an application provider, Graffiti, which is a drawing application within Facebook. About 11 million people that are using it right now. And Dell invited users of Graffiti to draw what green means to them, sponsored by Dell. These are a couple of the things, none done by me, but there were about 12,000 submissions for this contest. And what I pulled up here are a couple that were my favorites. None of these took less than 5 hours to create. Some of them, if you can see there, people just on their own started to incorporate Dell's logo into the campaign, which is sort of fun, extra credit. But the big thing is that Dell engaged a core group of people very deeply. And when you engage a group of people, so just some stats here, 12,300 people drew a graffiti, like what you're seeing there. Not all that good. But when people are spending hours and hours sort of putting their time, their energy, and most importantly, their ego out there in creating something, they don't want to print it out and tack it on their bedroom wall. They want to share it with their friends. And Facebook is a great platform for this natural amplification to happen. So we had 12,000 people in 1 week submit art. Those people were sharing it, blogging about it themselves, pushing it out to their friend networks within Facebook. And there were 1.1 million people in 7 days that came back to look at those 12,300 submissions to the contest. And the other piece of it was they also wanted to drive people back to their website. We had 270 some odd thousand people that went onto Dell's regeneration.org site to comment and argue and talk about what a computer company of the future should look like. And so it's just another example of if you can find ways to reach out to a small core of people, when I said before 600 million people are not uploading videos to YouTube, if you can find those people who are doing that, the 12,000 people that want to submit a drawing, they care enough about either the Dell brand or the environmental cause to create something about it, those are the people that will share the message and give you an amplification effect that gives you tremendous marketing efficiency that we've never been able to measure before. I was told that one of the other speakers following me today has 10 tips at the end. I only have 4. So they better be good. This is my last slide, but there are 4 things that you saw played out in some of those case studies. One of them is I think that as marketers, we've had the luxury of distributing our own content through television and through print, and we thought of our competitors as the 2 or 3 or 4 other people that made similar sneakers to ours or similar computers to ours. When I showed you that Mitsubishi example before, it wasn't Toyota that was dominating the Lancer Revolution homepage. It was a bunch of bloggers who are online publishers that were talking about Mitsubishi. So if you're going to succeed on the internet, if your customers are on the internet, those are rhetorical statements, I guess, you need to start thinking of yourself as a publisher. The second thing is to think of your site, to think of your assets, to think of your commercials as emissaries, as things that you are creating that tell your story, but they're portable. The more your website is not a destination site. Your website should be a launch pad for your customers to come, get excited about what you're doing, and steal your brand assets and share them with their friends. The more you can do that, think of your content as stuff that is destined to be free, the more successful you're going to be in the amplification phase. The third thing is join your customers where they are naturally congregating. And so the example I gave of Dell saying, I'm not going to try to convince all these people to leave and come to Dell's website for a drawing contest. Let me go bring my brand into Facebook, into the visual conversation that is graffiti, and let me go in the native environments of my customers. The last piece, I know I've talked to death, but thinking about search as your ultimate report card, and not just the way we have as search engine optimization people or paid search people, but as brand people. Let's start thinking about search as a proxy for how well we're doing, how well our brands are doing in all the conversations that are important to the businesses that we're in and the ecosystems that our businesses operate in. That's it. I only have 4. I think I'm past time, so thank you, and bring your questions to the panel at the end. Is that how we're doing it? Okay. Great. Thank you.